Buenas a todos, Eurofans, sean bienvenidos a una nueva entrevista en este canal de YouTube de Eurorelinchu. Soy ABBA y seguimos con pleno porque estamos teniendo a prácticamente todos los finalistas del Eurovisia.LT y en este caso vamos a hablar con Aistè. Hello, Aistè. Abakar, how are you?
Hola, hola. I'm very good, very good.
First of all, thank you so much to join us, and of course, congratulations for your qualification for the Eurovisia National Finals. Before
Thank you so much.
starting about the national final at Eurovision and stuff, I want to know about yourself, how you started your music career.
So how I started my music. It's been a long road to get here, and because my entire life I was kind of neglecting this side, although I had a strong love and passion for it. But I was kind of like following the set path that everyone kind of like tends to. So I had to I went to the school, I tried to do the best there, and then I tried to get into the best university, and then I did that, and then I went to a very good job, and I tried all of these things. Meanwhile, also doing music, like in the background, and I realized that I've been doing all of these things, but they're actually not fulfilling, and they're not like my life. And finally I've entered like the phase of choosing my life and what I actually love, and that's like 4 years ago. And now I'm like full on investing myself into this passion, and just doing all sorts of appearances. As you can see now, I'm entering Eurovision, which was like, if you asked me, I don't know, 2 years ago, a year ago, I would probably say, "What are you talking about?" And it's the world is just wow. Everything is going crazy. Like basically, yeah, never say never. That's what I can tell you. So I don't know. Probably later on you'll ask about the song or something. I don't know, but I think one of the key reasons why I even like thought of doing this, because this is really, complicated thing. You're entering this like mainstream space where everyone has opinions, and everyone is just like, some are very like fanatical about this. So it can be very harsh. So, but what brought me there was the actual song. It came out. It came to me like through obviously writing sessions, but it just came to me, and I realized this song and Eurovision is just match made in heaven, and it would be unfair for me to just keep that song in my catalog and not take it to the Eurovision.
I guess then it's your first time trying to apply to a Lithuanian national final,
That's
Pavandom
right.
or this Eurovisia. Uh, let's talk about the song. Your song is called We Will Rule the World. You gave me a thing right now. This just came to you this piece. What are the main inspirations and the main message behind your Eurovisia entry?
Okay, so the main inspiration, main entrance, is basically I didn't think about any of this at the very beginning when it was coming to me, because I was just jamming and having good time and like writing songs. And then when it came to me, I could feel a little bit, maybe a flavor of ABBA. And there was like I believe in such thing as like synchronicity in life. And so I was like, okay, so I have this very kind of like ABBA-esque song. I had that at the back of my head, and then I learned that it's like an anniversary, and it's also going to be in Sweden. And I'm like, whoa, like everything is just kind of like clicking together. And I was like, wow, there are just like continuous signs that I need to keep doing this. Although maybe it's pushing myself into very uncomfortable places, but I guess it's needed. And what it's about, it's not at all like dictatorial or being like egocentric, like we will rule the world. It's not about that. It's more about, like, if you delve into the lyrics, you'll see that the first verse goes talking about like jumpy and scary, the fear that they carry, and I want to out, it's all just too loud. They say I'm
Hmm.
a baby, naive as a fairy, and I want to out, because I
Yes.
feel like there's so much cynicism and so much like, everything, like it's so much easier to imagine like the end of the world than not, you know?
Yeah.
And so everything is just like so fear based. People are just not very nice to each other, and it's quite frankly scary, and so then we enter a bridge where I talk about like whatever it is, like like when the people that love me and the people that I love and the ones that are open for love, when we get together, all the fears disappear, because at the end of the day, all I want is love, and we
Yeah.
will rule the world. We are the ones who will rule the world. We will not let all this, noise cancel out the true virtues and values that we have.
Really powerful message. You
Yeah.
was one of the participants in the second hit in last January 20th.
Yes.
As the gala was recorded, how you reacted when you saw that your song was one of the finalists for Klaipeda's finals?
How I reacted, I was really happy. Obviously, I wasn't happy just like because of me, but I was happy that the song itself clicked with the people, you
Hmm.
know, uh, and um, and it showed to me that people like me are out there, because sometimes it feels like we're so alone, and we
Hmm.
want the best, we want love, we want appreciation, we want all these beautiful things, but somehow it seems so rare to find now. And I feel like, by people choosing this song, they are confirming that I'm not alone and we are there, out there,
Hmm.
so that's the best feeling for me. That was, yeah. And then of course, like the sense of responsibility, you know. And I was just like, oh my god, you know.
Where you
The
where
original
you
show was fun.
where were you watched where were you watched your hit? What were you doing during that night?
Oh, I was with my family.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you can imagine, like my mom was like screaming, yelling, and I'm just like freaking out. What is going on? Everything feels very surreal, like very surreal to this point. Even today, like every single day, like all of this until the final. I don't know, it's just such a weird time.
Yeah, and difficult because of eight you can only pass through. You went to the final with Salvarinis in your hits. Now talking
Yes.
about the little future, the Claipedas finals next February the 17th, in just a couple of weeks, as we are recording this interview. How are going your preparations for that finals? You will maintain the staging as we saw in your heat, or we will show some surprises? As far as you can tell, you are free to not spoil everything.
Oh yes, yes. But I'm certainly gonna improve a lot of things, and because actually, I had like a serious technical difficulties during the performance, so I
Mm.
couldn't properly hear myself. So you could not see me freaking out, but inside I was freaking out. And but I still did some. I mean, I kept rolling, because that's what we do, and.
Mhm.
And somehow it was still, it still touched people. So I'm also gonna up the quality incredibly at the finals,
Mhm.
and also we are gonna introduce backing vocals.
Ah, nice, nice. Well,
Yeah.
you went first in the jury, so with that technical problems, you was the first also for, I think, a couple the kind of people that wanted to do is being polished. So it's talking good to be it's talking good to you about yourself to be resilient with that technical difficulties.
Oh yes, yes. Trust me. Not only this, like especially after the performance, the ones that did see the difficulties, they were, social media, damn man, like this is crazy stuff. So I'm saying, like everyone is just so passionate about this, and like this passion sometimes is just like they just forget that I'm human,
Yeah,
but it is like, yeah.
I want to ask you about that because your song have I think in general was have a few feedback, but I think you were one of the most criticized for your life in your head. How you handled it?
Well, how I handle it, I did like I try to explain the situation, but clearly like the message will not reach everyone,
Hmm.
but how I handle it, I don't know. I mean, I'm just like doing my best every single day, and I just also think that there are a lot of people that, like, regardless of what you're gonna do, they just gonna find a reason to, you know, pick up on you and stuff.
Yeah, but you are
I don't know.
you are just focusing now in your problem, just in yourself, I guess.
Yeah, well, like what's the whole, even the message of the song, it would be like, it would be not living what I preach if I focused on someone mean.
Mhm. Well, now talking about your days mates in the Eurovisia 2024, what are the favorite songs of your mates in not qualifier or not qualifier? It's okay. Just your favorites.
So my favorites from the ones are going to the finals.
From the Eurovision in general, if you had the opportunity to listen to all of them.
Oh yeah, so I think because we still have two more to go. So I
Yep.
haven't, yeah. So I still don't, I haven't seen like the rest of them. So, and I haven't heard a lot of their songs. Uh, so what was the question?
Your favorites of the songs
Oh,
that we
favorites.
will. Yeah.
Favorites. I don't know. I wasn't. I'm like not listening too much to, like, I liked the Jalvarines that what
Uh huh.
came out with me. I thought that they were like, they did nice harmonies, and it was like they fulfilled the theme
Hmm.
of what they set out to do.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm not like really looking at, like, I'm more like focused on what I
On
can do
yourself.
best. Yes.
It's completely understandable. There are a lot of songs in this Lithuanian selection,
That
so
too, like I don't have time to do all of that.
it's it's understandable.
Thank you.
Talking about coming now to Eurovision related stuff. If you follow the contest, what are your first memories of watching Eurovision Song Contest?
First memories. I think I remember very well when I saw Ruslana. She did Ukrainian
Mm,
song, not
yeah.
not Ukrainian song, but I mean she's from Ukraine, and
Yes.
I remember like how wild she was, and she was wearing all these like wild outfits, and I think until that point I've never seen a girl inhabiting such a role. It would have been always like Britney Spears or whatever. Like everyone is just kind of like,
Mhm.
more like polished, and she was kind of like raw, crazy energy, and I was like, whoa, girls can do this. So I remember, like, for me it was like a very kind of bright memory of that.
Is that your favorite song for Eurovision, or you have another ones?
Is that the song?
Yes. If what are
um
your favorite songs
I'm
from
talking about,
Eurovision?
yeah, because I was talking about the performance more. The
Yeah.
song would be, I don't actually know. I think there's
There's a
one
lot.
now, like, obviously probably it's not my favorite one, but for some reason, like, I remember very well the Greek one. You are the one, you're my number one,
Yeah. Elena Paparizou.
yeah, that one, because it's so catchy. Like now, like, it sticks in my head, and maybe
Mhm.
that's a sign of a good song.
Okay, I'll make it easier. Your favorite Eurovision songs from now from your own country, from Lithuania.
Oh, I really liked Scamp. They did the song "You Got Style." I think
Mhm.
it was really funky and nice. And the other one probably would be definitely, the LT United. We are the winners of Eurovision.
Whoa! What a good taste you have.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it still is the best Lithuanian result in the history. So well, they kinda did a thing.
Really, I don't, and I can't believe that they didn't win. I don't understand how is that. Like, seriously, it's so good.
Well, Lordi existed, one of my favorites of that year. I started as a Euro fan in that year, and Lordi is Lordi. So
Yes, yes, that's when it won. Yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
remember.
the Finnish monsters.
Yes.
So, last but not least, I say, besides all that could happen in the finals in February the 17th on Klaipeda,
Yes.
what are the main plans for Aistè in 2024?
So the main ones would be to represent Lithuania in Eurovision,
Mhm.
and then also do more live shows because I've been doing quite a lot actually last year,
Mhm.
like every month. But I'd like to do a little even more because I really like connecting with people, and then it's a whole different like because it's a meaning of my life, to connect and to find the way to connect. And I guess, yeah, and I just want to like have it all meaningful, like to live every day, so to feel like I'm never alone, like I previously said.
Mhm.
And
All,
then
all, yeah.
yes, yes, please.
No, I just to ask about the also if will be all in Lithuania, you have and will have the chance to do it in other parts of Europe.
Oh, I'd love to perform all over. I don't know what's in the cards.
Mhm.
So but if it happens, I will be super happy. Yeah, anywhere in Europe, especially Tenerife. Like if you sort out the gig for me, I'll do it there.
For
For real,
for
because
the
I
record,
want to go there.
before the interview, for our spectators, before the interview, I talking about what is my place, and I still love my home island, Tenerife Island. So
The best.
we will happy to receive you again, of course, and we
Thank
will
you.
happy to see you in the
Oh,
in the finals in February the 17th. I say thank you so much for
thank you.
thank you so much at you. Thank you so much for this
Aw,
interview, and the best of luck for you and for your son in the Kraipeda finals.
let's do it.
I will change now. I will close this interview en Spanish. Muchísimas gracias a Aistè por estar con nosotros, una de las finalistas para el Eurovisia.LT el próximo 17 de febrero en Klaipeda. Si les ha gustado la entrevista, denle al botón de suscribirse y de me gusta, no les cuesta nada. Por supuesto, síganos en redes sociales. Somos Eurorelinchu en Twitter, Instagram, Threads y TikTok. Y por supuesto, por acá estamos todos los martes a las 9 de la noche en directo. Sido Barbetancor. Achiu. Nos vemos en la siguiente. Chao.
Ciao.
Bad vi iru lau. Ey, hasta luego, sayonara.